All right, guys. So earlier today, I drove past this plant, and this happens to be the chicory plant. So, chicory is a medicinal herb. Okay. And at this point, right now in the day, it's almost time for the sun to set. These blue chicory flowers that are on this plant, they're closing because it's almost sunset. So, I was hoping to come out and harvest some of the chicory flowers. However, since they're pretty much closed right now, and I want the flowers, then I don't think that's really going to be something I'm going to be able to do right now. I'll give you a close-up of one of the flowers. So here's one of the flowers. I mean, it's almost like 7 where I am and things. So what I'm finding is that the chicory plant is, I mean, you know, I'm basically a little over 5 feet, and this plant is growing up to probably as tall as me. So it may be 5 or 6 feet. It can maybe get to. So chicory does have medicinal benefits, which right now it's not really coming to mind for me, but that's completely okay. Some people harvest the root of the chicory plant. Some people harvest the leaves. I've heard the root is used as like a coffee substitute. And I wanted to try to go ahead and harvest some of the plant, but I feel like it's better to harvest this plant when it's earlier in the daytime, like in the morning, or maybe more so in the afternoon. I could harvest the leaves right now, but I don't really feel like it's the right time for me to do that. So I'm going to kind of hold off a bit because some of these plants, I mean, and maybe the leaves can look different on a chicory plant. I mean, check out these leaves right here. You see that leaf right there? Compared to this leaf right here, right? So I want to make sure that I'm getting the correct plant. Now, all these plants, they look the same. However, I mean, I could be by some unusual way, I could be actually end up picking blue lettuce, because who knows, blue lettuce might be right next to it. I am on the side of a highway, so that's why it sounds really loud, because somebody has a super duper loud car. But what I'm going to do is come back a little bit later, and I'm going to be trying to see what the medicinal parts of the plant are, and then harvesting those parts. I'm not really going to be using it as a coffee substitute because caffeine's not my thing. But what I did want to do is just kind of give you guys some kind of an idea about like how tall it can get. You see how that tall stalk right there, way up there? Yeah, so it's like really super duper tall. So when it comes to medicinal herbs, you want to make sure you identify the plant and you make sure it's the right one as opposed to the wrong plant, okay? So right now, I mean, I think there's a lot of chicory. I mean, if you look over there, these different stalks that's over here, even this plant right here, I believe even this is a chicory plant too. So I might be in the business of probably harvesting the actual leaves of the plant rather than the flowers. This plant right here, it has flowers right here too, so as you can see. But some of these flowers are not as blue as the other ones, so I'd have to kind of see like what's going on with them and everything like that, you know. So, and again, you know, I don't know if these have been sprayed with any pesticides or not, so that could be a factor as to why the flowers could be kind of washed out. But I do know another place where there is some chicory that's growing in my area. So since these flowers are kind of closed right now, I may go to the other spot where there's some chicory, and then I may go ahead and, you know, harvest it. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I know it doesn't seem like too terribly much in this video, but it does give you some kind of idea of when to harvest chicory if you find some in your area. This is growing on the side of the highway. From what my research tells me is that chicory tends to grow on the sides of highways and stuff, so you have to make sure you get the chicory that's not too far impacted by any kind of pollution or anything. So I'm going to do a little bit more research into it, and then as long as I determine that the chicory is fine, then I will harvest it. So Until then, I'll be coming out with another video at some point, but thank you guys for watching. Bye.